Meanwhile, if you have any queries, you can type in the chat box. Perfect. So we are now live on YouTube also. So meanwhile, if you have any questions, we can use just next 2 minutes to resolve that. Otherwise, you can join daily on our Skype group. We are doing daily clinical sessions at 6:30 p.m. Irrespective of you have queries or not, we would encourage you to join there at 6:30. So at least you can learn. You will learn something new. So please join there. For all the queries, you can join there. Okay, I think now, Shreya, we can start.
Okay, I'm starting.
Is based on built-in function in RPGLE. Now let's start. Firstly, we know about what is built-in functions. Built-in function, a function which is already defined in a program or programming framework with a set of statements which together perform a task, and it is called a built-in functions. So today we have covered built-in function on string, built-in function on date, and conversion of character to decimal and decimal to characters, and some of the built-in function on trim and array or numbers and files. So firstly we will go with built-in function in on string. There are lots of built-in function uh, on strings. We have covered basic built-in function. So firstly we go with percentile scan. Uh, how we analyze this is a built-in function. Built-in function start with percentile symbol. So percentile scan built-in function, it is search the string or character in a given string and return the position of that search string. And percentile scan r, it also start searching or start searching the string or character from the right side. It means reverse order in a given string and return the position of the search string. Also we have a check built-in function and check r and percentile sub subst, it means substring. It extract the string from another string. So let's take a look in with the example. So we have a built-in function on string like percentile scan. It is a syntax. First parameter is search argument and second parameter is uh, given string. Percentile scan search this string into a given string str1. In str1 we have a string Raman Sharma. In this we search r, then it will give the position of that string. For example, we search in scan uppercase and lowercase are two different things. For in such string we have a lowercase for r, then it will give the returns of small r. It will give the position of one position count from left side. It will give 10 position. Let's take in debug mode. It clarify. Firstly, we start debugging. Firstly, we compile with this debug view with 14 option. Take F4, then put source. Now we use command strdbg. Put the program name and also write the library. There's two parameter, which is update production file, put yes, and our PM source level debug, it also put yes. In perf400 takes 5 to 10 seconds to start debug. Now we are in debug mode. So firstly we put breakpoint on first, then call the program. Now firstly we have declare a variable str1, which is type of character length with length 15, and initialize with a string. And another variable is str2. It has length 15, type character. And also we have declared length variable, which is a zone type, and length is 4 and decimal point is 0. Now firstly we check what the percentile scan work, how the percentile work scan. Percentile work scan, it search the argument in a given in a first parameter and search into a given string. It search first parameter in given string str1, then it will give the position of the character or string. Now check the position. It gives 10 position. It means the character r is on 10th position. Now another example with percentile r. It has three parameter. First is search argument, and another second one is given string, and third one is starting position from a given string. If we give a starting position, then it will search from that position. For example, we want to search from the 11th position. 11th position, it means from m to and up to end of the string. Then it will then the length variable have value is 0, because after the 11th position there is no such no parameter found in a given string. Then it will give the value 0. Now percentile scan r, how it works. Percentile scan r, first it has a first parameter is search string or a character, and another parameter, second parameter is source string. Scan r search r in a given string from the right side. For example, we have a str1 this, and search from the right side and give the position from the left side. the value of length is 10. Now scan R as another parameter which is starting position. Uh, first parameter is search string or character, and second parameter is source string, and third parameter is starting position where we want to search the search character in a source string. So then the length variable has value 0 because after 11th position there is no search argument, which is search argument or search string. Now we move to the check. Percentile check the string into a source string, or check the character into a source string. So firstly, we have passed the first parameter as a search string or character, and now second parameter is our source string. For example, we have a str1 value Raman Sharma, and it search Raman in a string str1. Then it will gives the position of known occurrence of a character. It means these characters are fine. Then the next known occurrence character position it will gives. Um, in our str1 it will find, then it gives the position from sixth position. So length variable has sixth known occurrence of a character position. Percentile check R, it also is same, but it check the search parameter into a source string from the right side and give the position of a known occurrence of a character. It gives 15 length because it start from the right side first. Because we str1 have parameter, it start from the right side, from the right side it is not to match from the search argument, then it will give the position of known occurrence of a character, then it will give a 15 position. Now what is use of percentile subst? Subst, it means it extract the string from a given string. For example, we want to extract string str1 which is Raman Sharma, then it is position, starting position. Second parameter is starting position where we want to fetch the string from a given string. So after the now str2 has all the string because it is a starting position, not ending position. Now another example with in str1 we have value this, and its starting position 1 and ending position is starting position 1, and fetch the character up to 5. And str2 has only 1 to 5 character. First in So percentile SUBST, first parameter is a source string and second parameter is starting position, and third parameter is how many character you want to add. Now another built-in function is percentile replace. Firstly, we have str1, which is this, and we want to replace from this parameter percentile replace built-in function. First parameter is what we want to replace in a given string. First parameter is replace what you want, and second parameter is source string, and third parameter is starting position, and after that how many character you want to replace. So f- we have str1. It replace triple x to starting position 6. It means 1 2 3 4 5 and sixth position this, and up to 4 character. Here is our string: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Start from sixth position and up to 4 character: 1 2 3 and including this 1 2 3 4, and these 4 are replaced by 3 times of x. So now result it will be give as like. And now another built-in function is percentile len. It returns the length of a string of a variable. Gives it gives the length of a variable, not a string. So firstly we want to know how many it how many length it have. So firstly percentile length percentile length built-in function parameter pass what we want, um, pass the argument of a variable, and it gives the length. It is a 15. str1 have a length of 15. Now another built-in function is percentile upper. Percentile upper function used to change the lowercase into a uppercase. For example, we have str1. We we are passing hard-coded value into str1 and use percentile upper and pass the parameter into a upper built-in function. Then it convert the all value into a uppercase. Now str1 is all variable value are in uppercase, and same with percentile lower. It converts the string into a lowercase. Now and the debug mode. Now we will move forward to built-in function on date. Built-in function percentile date. It returns the current date or convert any number into a date format. And percentile days, it returns the day from the given date, and percentile months, it returns the month from the given date, and also percentile years, it also returns the years from a given date. And another and built-in function, percentile diff, it is a it returns the difference between two date, time, or timestamps. So let's look in with the example. Firstly, we compile with debug view. Now we are in debug view mode. Put the breakpoint on first. Now firstly we declare the variable date1, which is type date, and initialize with the date. And also another variable declare with date2, and also it is initialized with uh, another date. And we have another variable which is today, and it said it has type date, and we have declare a variable day difference, which is don't type. Length is 4 and decimal position is 0, and same as month diff and year difference. Now firstly we percentile date pass into a today variable. It means it gives the current date. Now what is it gives that current date. Now we will move to another statement. If we want to add in if we want to add days, month, or an year in a today date, then percentile days helps to us, and also months and years. Then we press F10 and check that today date. It is incremented by 1 because we have passed day 1 and month 1 and year 1. So it will incremented by year 1 and month and date. Percentile diff is used for difference, find out the difference between two dates in the days, month, and year. In here statement, we find the difference between two dates for only for days. In difference built-in function, first parameter is date, and second one is also another date, and third parameter is format, what you want, what type of you want difference. In this statement we want days difference between two dates. So in day difference between two dates, it gives 397. We have two dates, this one and this one. In both the dates we have 397 day difference. Now we move to month difference. So it will give month between two dates. It will give 13 between two dates. and returns the month difference. And in this statement, we want difference between two dates in format of years. Then it will give it a difference of years in between two dates. First date one is 2021 and date two is 2022, and the difference between two dates in response years, it will give one in the end of the program. In the debug mode, now we move to built-in function of conversion character to decimal and vice versa. We have two built-in function, percentile decimal. It used to convert the character to decimal, and percentile char. It used to convert decimal to character. Now go with the example. Put the program name. Percentile decimal also converts the date into a decimal. Here we declare a variable num1 which is type John and length 5, and num2 which is type John and length is 4, and another is result declare result variable which is type John and length is 4. Now we have declared str1 variable with type character and having length 10 and initialize with 5. In correct no, in single quotes we have declared something that it means it is a character or string. Now we have assign percent. We can use percentile decimal built-in function. First parameter is string, what you want to convert string into a number, and starting position. Percentile decimal converts string into a number because and num1 is a type John and str is a type is character. Then it converts into a num variable. Otherwise, it will give errors. Num1 have value 5, and also num2 value have 7. Now we use sum of num1 and num2 and store into a result variable, because num1 is a number value and num2 is also a number value. Now display. Now the result is will be sum of the two numbers. Now we convert number into a character variable. Convert into a character variable. Then num3 we have John type which is 5 length and initialize with 101. Correct. Percentile char converts number into a character and restore in the character type variable. Res is a character type of variable. Then it store the value which is in string format. Now star INLR is a last line record indicator. It is on and end of the program. We have built-in function on trim. Mm, Trim, we have a built-in function trim, percentile trim, and there is two type of another built-in function trim R and trim L. What is trim built-in function is used for remove the blank spaces either left side or right side or maybe in both sides. So let's take an example. We have declare variable str with type of character and having length 10 initialized with unstring, and also another we have declare a string str1 character type and having length 10 initialized with this. In this we have a left side blank spaces, and in this after the this length we have blank spaces we have show in debug view. Let's take in a debug view. Put the file name of program name and put the library. Here we percentile length, it gives the length of a string of a variable. String may be numeric type and string type. Percentile length is gives the length of a variable. Now firstly it gives the length of str1. It is length is 10, and now we use function built-in function percentile trim. It remove the spaces from the left and right side. In, then it will give the length 5. It only gives the length. Store a string. Remove the blank spaces from the left or right side. Now we have str1 which have the initialized value in first three position. We have a blank spaces. Now it gives the length without it gives the length without trim operation. Percentile size also gives the length. It will give length of a variable. Now we are using percentile trim L on str1. Str1 we have a initialized value with starting from 3 blank spaces. Then it gives the value 8. It removes the first two blank spaces, and after the length it gives. Now we use trim R. It remove the blank spaces from the right side in a given variable. Now the length variable has value 7. It not remove the left side, and it only remove the right side blank spaces. Now last indicator is on, then end of the program. Now end the debug mode. Now another built-in function which is on array. And there is a percentile elem. It returns the dimension of a array, and percentile lookup. It is used for search an element into an array. If it found, then it gives the position of that element. Otherwise, it will give 0. And percentile export, it returns the sum of an array element. Now we will go with example. Firstly, we have declare a variable array which is type of packed, and dimension is 6. First, if we want to declare any type of array, then it is mandatory to use dimension. It is mandatory to give the dimension to that particular variable. It means that is a array type. And another declaration, another variable I is declared as a pack type which is length 4, and we declare some variable which is don't zone time, and length have it has 4 length. Now we use for loop to give the value into an array. We in for loop we are using iteration from starting position and up to where we want to use. mm, in for loop, firstly it start with 1, then it come in the and for loop ends with when it complete the rotation from 1 to 4 position, 1 to 4 round. uh, in this we have passed the value into an array element, and after that we want to display line by line in a given array. Now here we use percentile elem built-in function. Percentile elem built-in function gives the dimension of an array and store into an number type variable. And percentile export is used to give the sum of an array elements and store into a some variable which we declare above. Sum is a type of zone and have length 4. And percentile lookup built-in function is used for uh, use to search a element in a given array. Then if it is found, then it will give the position of that search element. Otherwise it will give the position is 0. Now here we use to percentile lookup. First parameter is search element, and another second parameter is so our array, and if it found, then it will give the position, otherwise it will give 0. Now another example of percentile lookup. First parameter is search element, and second parameter is source array, and the third parameter is starting position. For starting position in an array. Uh, Now let's take the result. call the program. It rotates 4 times. Now display the array. Here percentile lm is used for give the dimension of an array. Then it gives the value is 6 because we have declared array is dimension is 6. Now percentile export is used to give the sum of an array. Now the sum is 10. We want to search this element into an array, then it will give the position, then position will be 3. It means third element is on position third position in an array. Now we want to search the element into an array and the starting position is 4th, and then it will give 0 because after the 4th position there is no element which have third element, so that's why it gives the position is 0. Now end of the program. Now end the debug mode. Now we move forward to built-in function on numbers. We have two built-in functions, percentile ABS and percentile remainder, and we have others built-in function on numbers. But we have uh, discussed about two built-in function percentile ABS. It is used to get absolute value of a numeric expression. It means whatever the value is maybe negative, then it converts into a positive value. In percentile remainder, it gives the remainder of two numbers. So let's take an example. Here we declare variable. Now we are using firstly we num1 have initialized with 20 and num2 initialized with 30. Then we are using subtraction num1 minus num2 and it gives the result which is 20 minus 30 is minus 10. It gives the result in negative. Then we are using percentile ABS, then it will give the result in positive. It removes the negative sign. Always it gives the result in a positive manner. And we have a percentile remainder. It We have two numbers num4 and num3. Num4 initialized with 5 and num4 is initialized with 9. Now we 9 first parameter is num4 and second parameter num3. If we are put this 9, if we are dividing 5 dividing 9 from 5, then the remainder will be 4. Then it gives the result. Now, now we call this program. Firstly it gives the negative, then we use the percentile ABS, then it converts into a positive value, and after that we give the remainder between two numbers num4 and num3, which is 9 and 5 respectively. Then it gives the remainder. Now we will move to built-in function on files. Percentile EUF, it is used for find file is and or not. And percentile found, it is used to tell matching record in a file is found or not. So let's go with the example. Firstly, we have declared a file in a input mode. We have declared file with using declare f and file name, which is present in disk, and usage, it means percentile input. There are four type of usage: input, output, update, and delete. And after that, we have read the file and use by and uh, we are using here do while loop. It not percentile end of file, but it means when the condition is true, then it go into the loop and give the display. If the condition is false, then it terminates that loop. So percentile end of file is used only for only for the file is end or not, then the result will be in student pf. We have a data. Let's, we have in student pf we have this data, and we are using, we are reading using a logic. So now call that program. It reads the first record, SID, student ID and student name, and record second. And after that, when the file is end of when the file find the last record, and after that it will it will it will go out from the loop and show all the data which is having in our physical file. Now, so we have covered all the basic functions in our built-in functions session. So we have
If anyone have any query, please type in the chat box. Yes, Prachi, it is okay to work in one library, and in Mochasoft, you cannot create your own libraries. Pushpendra, we are not providing any source. You can go on Go AS400 site and take a look. Thank you all for joining the session. And if you have any other doubt, please join our clinical sessions at 6:30 today.